One. What's up, break divers on YouTube? Monroe Mann here. We're having our break diving powwow for the month of April, and that's always about what did you accomplish in March and what's your plan for April. At least that's what it is this month. The people I'm talking to, whose voices you'll hear, is Echo from China and Ruben from Belgium. They're two break diving members, and we're going to go over our plans for our accomplishments from March and what we're accomplishing in April, and feel free to follow along. So, Ruben, 你的中文好不好?
Yes. 非常好.
I did not understand that.
I said
I just know ni hao. I tried to look that up, how to politely greet someone in Chinese, and it sent me to a course in Mandarin, and I was like, I don't know this. I'm busy learning Polish right now.
Yeah, so we said, is your Chinese good or bad? So
it's very bad. It is very bad.
Gotcha. Echo, you're making me on now. You're making me on. All right, so let's talk about a little bit about some of the things that we accomplished in March. I think my biggest accomplishment in March is, let's talk about our biggest accomplishment. So my biggest accomplishment is, and then each of you can ask me a question about it. My biggest accomplishment in March is finally got a coder to upgrade the breakdiving app from Ruby on Rails 6 to Ruby on Rails 8, which pushes us into the future and ensures that we can start coding things like the mobile app and whatnot, and to the point where the mobile app is done and we literally just need to upload it to the app stores later this week. So I'm really excited about that. I think that's my biggest accomplishment, because I think it could ultimately have the biggest effect on my life, because if breakdiving ultimately becomes what I want it to be, off we go. So each of you ask me a question about that.
I will let Echo go first on this.
Echo, ask me a question about what I just said. What? Did you understand?
Yes, I really your words. I know what's your accomplishment?
The accomplishment was updating the breakdiving website and finishing the breakdiving mobile app with Ishmael.
Yeah, I know. I think Ishmael helped you a lot.
Oh, Ishmael did 95% of the work on the mobile app. But he couldn't do it. He couldn't have done it without my help. So how about you, Ruben? What question do you have?
For me personally, I think what is the follow-up? I mean, obviously we're gonna upload the mobile app to the mobile app stores and stuff.
Yeah.
But is there a way that we can help in pitching for more people to like download the breakdiving mobile app?
Yeah. So one thing is there's App Store advertising. So I haven't looked into that, but apparently we can pay Apple and we can pay Google to help put sometimes you'll see sponsored, like when you search for an app on the App Store. So we could put in words like happiness or success or accomplishment, things like that. The other thing is I've created an account on LinkedIn and a page for breakdiving on LinkedIn. And I'm using that to target. I'm reaching out to people in Miami and saying, hey, do you want to basically join this community? I got one person so far to join from Miami. It's not easy. It's a tough pitch, but that's something I'm hoping to get other members to get involved with, where they can help pitch people on LinkedIn as well. I have a very good system in place. So if you or if any of you guys want to help, you can certainly volunteer to do that. But I'm working on just getting, I think the mobile app is going to make things very fluid in the fact that I think a lot of the old members are going to become active. It's very simple. The app is very simply designed and it looks super clean, but it has push notifications. So when somebody replies to your comment, you get a push notification on the phone. When there's an event that you've signed up for, you'll get a push notification an hour beforehand to remind you. And eventually, as we go, there are going to be more and more things. Like I'm going to set it up that once a new event is created, you get a push notification. At the end of every day, you will get one push notification if there are any events created that day. So I have not figured out the magic solution yet, how we're going to get more and more people. But I think step one is if this mobile app succeeds in getting back, I mean, at our peak, we had 121 active members.
Yeah.
And around 2.5 years ago, we were at around 55. Now we're down to like 25. If this mobile app can get us back up to 50 plus, then I know we're on the right track. And I think, and I'm hoping that it'll bring the as long as everybody puts notifications on, boom. I think all I need to do is just keep sending private messages to people.
Be like, hey, log on.
Hey, you're lazy. Get back on the site. Hey, you're lazy. Get back on the site. So, Echo, what's your number one accomplishment from March?
What's my
What is the greatest thing that you've achieved throughout the months of March?
what's the greatest thing through a month?
In March, the month of March. Yeah.
The month of March. Yeah. So for me, I think I learned some new things about my study. It's DSP. I have got some accomplishment about it because I learned it after a year. At the beginning, I don't know anything about it, so I need to make some practice about it. But now I can have something. I don't know how to describe it.
So your biggest accomplishment is your studies.
Not only studies, I can use it doing my work, doing my study.
Okay, that's. And I forget what you're studying to be a chemist.
No, my subject is biology.
Biology.
Yeah, but my teacher have two. Another one is good at chemistry, so I need to study both biology and chemistry.
Beautiful. Ruben, can you ask a question?
I think if you could move on forward and like branch out with your studies in biology, I would like to know, are you seeking a similar job as Indy, like Monroe mentioned, maybe a biochemist or anything with biology or chemistry further?
It's a good question because I'm under graduate now, and it's my first year math study. So I actually the first year only about we have some classes to learn some knowledge and doing some experiment at my spare time. So I don't begin my research now. Just
So you will begin your research and see where you go from that.
That's good. So you're doing research now. Yes? Good.
That's the best way to do it. One small step at a time.
And beautiful. So now let's switch gears to what we're going to do in April. So get your list handy.
Yeah,
And
no,
do you have your list, Ruben?
I have my list.
Okay.
Like I had stated, well, I think I am proud of being certified as a trainer in robotic mechanics for March. But I think one of the bigger steps that I also see on the long run is something that I have actually gotten from you, Monroe, is since the start. I mean, how long have I known you? I've known you since breakdiving was this itty bitty committee online. And I don't think it was this little teeny thing with a few small chat rooms and a few small posts, and I was there. And
It's Ruben. It still is a tiny place with a few chat rooms and a few posts.
With currently a mobile app that is ready and to
Yeah.
help this grow and get back on its feet. So I think it is bigger than it has been, definitely, if you look at the developments that have been made. But like I have stated, I have grown out a public gardening community. So it's pretty much a few blocks around where I live. We've pretty much started up a WhatsApp community. Currently, we are at over 25 people in the last 6-7 months. Next month's, this month's April, we are looking to start our pitches in front of the city council and town hall to start up at least 2 public gardens throughout the city. We aim to bring people together that they can find joy in gardening. It's relaxing. It is healthy. Also, we've already planned out some trips with the local schools for the young kids under, I'd say under 15 years old, to start learning about gardening, about naturally growing vegetables, like we should. They will learn about everything from how to mix your soil, how to make compost, the insects, the plant combinations that you can put in the garden. And it'll just be like a little school trip, field trip, let's say. But they will pass through the garden, and we, as the people who have started the gardens, we will teach them.
Beautiful. That sounds super cool. I'm very proud of you. That's exciting.
We're looking to have the 2 gardens, hopefully end of May. We have 2 locations in mind, and if everything goes well in the pitches this month, I do believe that we can have the gardens set and ready to go.
So is the garden on private property or public property?
It is currently it's 2 pieces of property that is owned by the government, but it's where buildings were torn down and it's just growing.
So you guys are going to make this a very rundown site and very beautiful garden.
Yeah, that is our plan, because we've before going into the project, we've also come together and we've asked to the local council, is there plans to construct a building on this property? And after which he said no, we aim it to either become a night shop or a public parking, and I said, would you, as part of a council who is looking for more green in the city, will you have an objection that we turn this into a public garden? And we've had to fight for it. We've had to go up against multiple people who were putting in offers, but in the end,
you guys won.
We still won, yeah. So we are going up for at least 2 pitches this month, and we will try to, at the same time, put out our passion and show the community, at least the local town, what this can do for us. how it can elevate our healthy lifestyle. That people have, like you said, there's no rules, no excuses, no regrets. Um, but that people don't have the obligation that they say we have to do it. But
Yeah.
that we make sure that they know if you choose to join, you're welcome to come and go whenever you want. You can start growing little microgreens in your own home, or you can grow out huge tomato plants or pumpkin plants or you name it out of the patch in the public garden. Everybody's welcome to come and join, and we plan to have a harvest party and end of October, just where we come together, have a celebration, and look back at the past year.
It sounds
And
like
it's a
sounds really
small
cool.
start, but we're projecting that it's gonna grow like breakdiving, hopefully, and
I hope we both grow
become a
huge.
thriving community.
Echo, do you have a question for Ruben about his garden? Echo?
My question is, do you love your work now? So, I mean, you have you have passion about your work. So, which support you to doing your work?
My work in gardening or my work in robots or robotics?
Both of it, because it's so different.
My work in robotics, well, I now got certified in robot mechanics because I'm interested in the technological aspects, and I do feel like knowing robotics going into the future will be a big help, because many logistical companies are getting mechanized, and there's being put in more robotic force to relieve the human force. And I think knowing the mechanical aspects of that will help as well to become a valuable asset to a company. The nature side, and the gardening aspect is because I am a people's person. I think about what people want as well. We've done surveys by the local public, and we've asked what is it you would want in 2024, 2025 to grace our city, to help us grow together and to meet more people. And they said at least 86% aim for more green and more vegetables and more vegetation in general in the city. So I think being someone who likes to grow with the community, I think that's what is driving me. It's satisfaction that not only I will get out of it, but that everybody in the community will get out of it. So, two pretty opposite jobs or interests, like you've stated, indeed. But I think two very necessary ones to grow.
Good question and great answer, Ruben. Echo, how about you? What are you focused on for April?
In April, I really welcome me about also DFT. It's important to me. I need to finish the left work because I have some difficulties now. So I can't solve the problem now. I need to have a rest.
Okay. Your target for April is to take a break.
Yeah, well, break diving.
Not that type of break, Ruben.
Take a break. It is necessary, I think.
That is true. No, you're right.
I think after a good amount of work, we do deserve a break to get back to our strengths and proceed into the next task to the best of our abilities.
I would agree. I would agree. All right, so my question, Echo, is after you rest, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
What?
I must so keep going
Good.
doing work. Yeah, because I must solve it.
When do you finish school? When do you graduate? When do you finish school?
Two, 2 years.
2 years from now?
2 years.
Okay. Ruben, what were you gonna say?
No, I was listening to what she said, but and in the end, the question didn't make sense in my head anymore. So no, it's in 2 years. That is pretty hectic. If you ask me. It's gonna be 2 years of lots of learning.
Indeed, indeed.
Yes, because I don't have good foundation about chemistry, so it means I need to spend more time about the chemistry and the software, because the software is new to me, so I need to learn both of them.
Beautiful.
No,
That's good.
I'm not annoying about it.
But you must try. All right, so let me go over. I'll go over all my targets for April, and then I'll just share with you like the top 3 that I'm going to focus on. So, in no particular order, release the breakdiving mobile app, get active members up to 50 plus again, begin hiring new breakdiving coding team members and get all the bugs fixed in the community, get new clients for breakdiving on Upwork, make at least $1,000 via Upwork on my personal Upwork account, book hotels for the trip to, oh, by the way, Ruben, I don't know if you want, I'm going to England, Paris, and Lugano, Switzerland in May. I don't know if you wanted to take a train and meet me and my mom, either in Paris or in Lugano. But if you're interested, maybe we could kind of have a mini breakdiving meeting.
That would be interesting.
So I'll let you know about it and the dates and all that stuff. But I know taking a train from Belgium to Paris is not that bad.
No, it shouldn't be.
And Paris to Lugano is a little bit more. You got to take I think it's 4 hours to Paris, then to Zurich, and 2 hours to Lugano, or even meeting in Zurich, because
it would be a diversion from your trip that you are on, that you have planned.
No. These cities are where we're going anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll be in London, we'll be in Paris, we'll be in Zurich and Lugano, and going on day trips to Bergamo and Milan in Italy.
Going to the fashion festivals in Milan?
No, just not me. Not me.
No.
You know what I got to find out is if I can use my data from my phone when I'm live. If I could do live streams from the streets of Europe, that would be cool. But anyway, book the hotels. I want to make it. I made about $320 on YouTube this month. Last month, I want to make that again. I want to get at least 100 new subscribers, so I get up to 5,632 subscribers. I want to get breakdiving watch time on YouTube. We're at 1,700 now. I want to be at 2,100 by the end of this month. If I can do 400 per month, we'll have the channel monetized by June, which is great. I want to get 10 more people locally in Miami to join breakdiving via my LinkedIn marketing. And I want to hold the first in-person event before the end of the month. I need to go to the storage locker and reorganize, and then have Salvation Army pick up a lot of stuff that we don't need. I want to finish the first draft of the breakdiving handbook. I have to reset up the email marketing for breakdiving and myself personally, and I need to pass my nunchuck exam, which I've been talking about for months, and I just don't do it. And so I want to do it this month finally. I'd say my main targets are releasing that breakdiving mobile app and getting the members up to 50 plus again, and really pushing Upwork hard. I'm getting a lot of business on there now, and I think I'm about 2 months away from becoming a top-rated freelancer, and at that point, gigs start coming into me. And continuing the push on YouTube, getting 100 new subscribers, and trying to make sure that I reach $300 again. And so yeah, that's basically it. So now you can ask me a question. Ruben, or Echo, you start. Ask me a question.
Go ahead.
About something I said.
My question is, how do you dealing with your stress?
With a lot of difficulty.
That's a good answer.
I get here's the thing. I get stressed out in 3 situations. I get stressed out if I'm not being busy enough, and I don't feel productive. I get stressed out when I have too much going on, so I can't feel like I am in control. And I feel stressed out when I feel like nothing I'm doing is working, so I don't feel like I'm making progress. So I'll go over all 3 of those and how I do that. If I'm not doing things, if I'm not doing something, I just have to get over laziness. You create a to-do list. Create a to-do list. I got to-do lists everywhere. Create a to-do list. I'd rather be stressed from doing too much than being stressed from doing too little. So that's the first thing. The second thing is if I'm overwhelmed by doing too many things, what do you do? Create a list to put down what are all the things that are stressing me out. And then next to it, I say, what can I do to alleviate the stress? And then you come up with then you have a new to-do list where if you do all these things, you will have less stress. And then the third situation, you're doing a lot, but it doesn't feel like you're making progress. That's stressful too. And the only solution there is to reevaluate what you're doing and try something different or work harder or whatever. Looking at breakdiving over the last 7 years, it hasn't been working as I would have liked. So what did I decide to do? Let's do this mobile app. Though I should say that Ishmael decided for me, because he without me giving him permission, he created the mobile app. And he said, Monroe, he kept asking me, and I kept saying, let's talk about it later. Then finally, months went by. He goes, Monroe, I'm done. I said, what do you mean you're done? And so that's when I got involved and started. I gave him access to the back end and this and that. But if you're not making progress, you got to do something different. That's it. So, how about you, Ruben? What's your question? Based on what I said.
Based on what you just said?
No. Based on my list of targets for April.
Based on your list of targets, I'd say it shows that you're focused on moving forward. And my question for you is basically on larger aspects after your dives or your goals for April would be met, do you aim to expand on certain growth for the breakdiving community? Is there
you're saying what's next over the next year?
No, what is would you expand on if say for example you hit 50 plus active members halfway through April, would you expand on maybe doubling that or?
Oh yeah, of course. Your goals have always got to be I call them strives actually, strives rather than goals, so that they're always flexible.
That they're able to fluctuate and change.
Yeah, and if you do better, then we'll up those goals. But honestly, getting to 50 plus active members, if we got that to April, that would be. We haven't been there in years. So.
Well, I think that gives us a simultaneous strive.
Yeah, 100%. 50 would be huge. And I really want to have the in-person events because I love doing these Zoom events. And maybe even during the in-person events, like I'll do it on YouTube Live or something. Like maybe there's still, I don't know. But I don't want it to be just a online community. That's what really makes it very different, is that we actually also will meet in person. And I want to have the events starting in Miami, and then I hope to expand to New York. Then we'll do it in Belgium and in China and in Japan, and so fingers crossed. I'm just like, I'm getting older. I'm getting tired. I'm getting frustrated. So that's also why I'm excited. Why I found so many of these great coders that I can hire on Upwork, from India, from Pakistan, even some from the U.S. at reasonable prices, where I can really make this happen.
You can make this work.
The
fact that you look like you're 30 and you're 47.
No.
Thank
you.
You've grown this out so far, and look at how you are expanding. You're taking the initiative to grow. Your dream of reaching people is out there.
Yeah.
People are getting to hear about it. Over here, I've still been rooting for you and talking about you in the last years. So people know that you're out here. People know about.
I need to know more than they know that I'm out there. They need to be in here, in this Zoom chat.
That is the harder point. That is the harder point of getting people to be convinced of it. You can say, hey, there's this community out there. There's this guy, a veteran, and he is so motivated to help people on their feet, to get them settled in life, for life. And people will be like, hey, is he trustworthy? I'm like, yes, I've known him for 7 years. My activity has been fluctuating or striving over the last years.
No, you've been striving not to fluctuate.
Yes, that is the correct way to say it. But getting them to understand the gravity of what it is you actually do here and how successful it is. Because when I joined,
4 years ago?
No, when I came back just 2 weeks ago, I went through the WISE guidance and all the certified dives, and I'm like, you've done it. Look at all these beautiful dives.
Oh, thanks, Ruben. I appreciate that. Well, on that note, you need to certify your next dive at level 1.
My next dive, most likely, will be robotics.
Awesome.
So I don't know how I'm going to provide proof for that, but I do have my robotics card here. Hold on. This is a Locus Robotics bench. So it's a thick electric card. Has a button on it. When I press this, the robots in my vicinity will know Ruben's right there in that location. This is kind of like a GPS as well. It will pinpoint my location to the robots, knowing that they have to go and follow a course around me.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I do have a numerical name for the robots, which is 24,739. But hey,
well, cool. I look forward to the. I look forward to
help certifying me.
When we're done with this, I'm going to stop the live stream when we're done with the actual event because I wanted to ask you a question. The other guy didn't show up.
That's okay.
Guys, for you on On YouTube, again, if you didn't know, we're going over what our accomplishments were in March and what our targets are for April. That's what we do during every month during the BD Pow Wow. You don't have to show up just here on YouTube. You can actually join our breakdiving community. I always put the link. It's breakdiving.io, and come join us. So I'm going to stop this live stream right here. I'm talking to the folks on YouTube, not you two. So wait. Please, thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of our BD Pow Wow for April. Please get things done. Please be motivated. Don't be lazy. Make your dreams come true. And as we would say in China, 加油! 加油! Which means go get them. You can do it. See you later, guys. Thanks for your support.